Hello and welcome to my talk. I just got back from Labor Day weekend camping with a family. It was amazing. I hadn't camped in a long time, so I truly enjoyed like every bit of it, even the bad situations, because you know, um, uh, it's just part of life. Part of life. I always tell the kids when they're all upset about things that are happening, I tell them, look, imagine if everybody was just like you. Wouldn't that get boring? There has to be people that are like this and people that are like that in order to make it a little, more not dramatic, which it could get dramatic at times, but just to have a little bit to talk about, have a little bit of opinions to throw out, speak your word. It never got extreme bad, but there's a lot of people, so there's a lot of different types of personalities, and sometimes it's just like, but we were there and we managed to just stay together till the end, from the beginning to end. But there were amazing times. It was, I've said it on my Instagram, just having all the kids there. I know probably some people were bothered, but even the crying, like they cry and it's like, oh, it's wake up time. It wasn't that bad. And I enjoyed the kids a lot. Kids do the darnest things. But anyway, I was looking at my vision board, which it is September 2nd. And I was looking at it and I put these here. Let me show you what I put here. Can you see these right here? I put it because I thought, I had put them on there for my mom's birthday. So I could spend more time with my mom, right? So that was showing my mom, and the little kids were me, supposedly, in my mind. And so I was taking them down, and I said, you know what? Because I had them over here with my mom was going to be the most important thing in July. So then August hit, and I said, okay, I'm going to put those down. And I go, but you know what? I want to have, excuse me, a better relationship with me daughters. So I go, okay, so now I'm going to be the mom. The kids are gonna be my daughters. I spent so much time with a lot of kids in August, and to culminate the camping experience was full of kids, and I totally, at a lot of points I was doing this, carrying little babies, and a lot of times I was holding hands with other little kids. But anyway, love them to pieces. And, my daughter and I were there talking, and she commented, she goes, this is just so energizing. We were literally watching the kids while everybody else picked up, because we had already picked up our section because we didn't have any kids to, take our time. So we were sitting there with the kids. And she goes, this brings so much energy. Our family was getting old and boring because, she's 20, the one that was making that comment. And there's a little bit of kids below us, but not that many. I mean, it's my sister's kids, which is Natalia, whom is everywhere with me because I love her to pieces. Maricelia, Dominic. They're all like the little ones, but they're getting older. I think Natalia is the youngest, and she's like 10. So now we have all these new babies, and my daughters are like, it's okay. We're getting energized again because we were falling, off the grid. Our family was getting boring. Not anymore. So yes, we love the kids. And if you see that video, which was on Tuesday, that video, Natalia loving the kids, like all my sister's kids, I guess they feel like, oh my God, more kids, like younger like us. Anyway, I'm thinking maybe that's why I had all the kid encounters, because I had this way up here. But I'm gonna change it around a little today. Let me put it over here. So I have been this is me happy, you know, like Paula says, you put up there what you, it doesn't have to be a picture of you, it has to be what you, something that represents what you want, right? So August, I think out of the whole year, I think it's been the happiest month for me. And I had, and also another thing that they've said is the higher the picture on your vision board, you know, these are the ones you're gonna get first, and then, you know, the ones at the bottom. So I had this way up here, and literally I feel that this has been my happiest month, has been the month of August, which is good, right? And then my travel, I think I'm gonna put this down a little because what did I do? So I traveled to Cabo, which this has been up here for a while. And then I got invited to Mexico for a quinceañera, and I was thinking about it, and I got a lot of this. Well, not a lot of this, but I had enough of this where I could buy my ticket to go. So I have a voyage, a travel time. I'm going on vacation for 1 week, but regardless, I'm gonna fill up a little luggage, put it on a plane, and fly over. So I think this is working out for me very well. But, you know, a lot of traveling. This is gonna be December, so I don't want to stop traveling, but I got my travel in for the year. So I'm gonna put it down here. I might put it up a little right now, but this baby's gonna move up here. My mom was way at the top. I covered her with my travel. I'm gonna cover her with my perfume because I have enough to like put on maybe next weekend for church. That's it. I didn't go to church this Sunday. But as I always tell my daughter, every time we go hiking on a Sunday, I tell her, what more would God want than us to be one with nature? And one with nature we were this past weekend. You should watch that video. I thought it was pretty good. I mean, it's long, but it's good. And, you know, we're going to keep the money up here because the money is what gets me everything else that I'm asking for. So let's leave the money up here. But, so it's September. I weighed myself. Of course, I just came back from camping, which if you follow me on Instagram, I made myself this pancake this big with not vegetables, with a lot of fruit. But then I put a lot of other stuff in it, and it was delicious. Anyway, so I gained a little weight. At 160. Not my highest weight ever, but I'm getting there. So I decided I'm gonna start, well, I didn't decide, like I ended my other program, and I'm gonna start this program yesterday, which I didn't. So I'm gonna finish this, and then I'm gonna do another exercise because the trainer, which she's in here, hi, she says, you know, if you skip a day, just double it up because they're not that long. So the one this morning was 25. I think the next one is 18 minutes. I could do it right now and then take a shower because we're gonna go celebrate Dominic, a little bit more child time. Because it's his birthday today. I think no more child. He's gonna be 13. Anyway, so I'm gonna do this program, which my sister loved. I've been talking about this. When we did this the very first time, I think when it came out, she signed up for it, and she said, Susan, sign up so we could do it together. So I did. And so I already did one of these books. And she's like, Susan, let's go to the beach so we could take pictures with it at the beach. Because the program was called Beach Bodies back in the day. Anyway, so we did that. We took pictures. If I find pictures, maybe I'll post them, but they're not going to be this camera. So anyway, I'll see what I could do. But I'm going to do this, but I'm going to emphasize because this it's called morning Meltdown 100. So it's 100 days of exercise. But it comes with a recipe book. So I'm going to do these recipes instead of the gut protocol that I was doing, you know, the other part of the year. So this later part is going to be 100-day meltdown recipes. So I'm going to move this because I always exercise. So I'm going to not make it as I think what's going to make me, because the goal here is to lose a little weight. So I'm going to put my nutrition up at the top and move my exercise. This is me exercising. Down at the bottom. Down at the bottom. Because it's important, but my nutrition is going to be more important this month. Let's see how well we can do. This is a 100-day, but as I told you, I'm gonna do the running exercise, which I always did with my sister as well, and I'm gonna do it forever. In October, it's a 30-day breakaway, so I'm gonna do it starting October 1st, and that's when we do the cancer walk, like walk against cancer at UCI. And so we're gonna do that. I invite you. If you need information and you're not on Instagram, because I talk about it a lot more on Instagram, let me know and I'll send you the information. If you live in California, because this is in Irvine, California, where the walk is gonna be. But it's last year was October 3rd, so it's gonna be right there, October 5th, October, you know. But anywho, I need a laptop, but it's not priority. I'm gonna leave the kids here because, like my daughter says, kids just bring energy to the family, and we love them kids. So we're gonna love them and leave them there. So I'm gonna do, you know, I wanna be relaxed. And I think this picture shows a lot of relax, but I wanna be happy. So I'm gonna leave that over there. Maybe I'll put this a little bit more relaxed with my happiness over here. There we go. And then I have these paid in full. I haven't paid anything else in full this month, but everything has gone down, which is the goal. But I'm gonna leave these here just because it feels exciting to know that I've paid these. And yes, I'm gonna move the travel up. I'm gonna leave the laptop here because I need one for this, because I mean the phones get full of, I guess we could buy the memory, but I just don't know how to do that or have the time to do all that all the time. So I'm gonna do the travel over here next to the money. Just put it right there. Money, Hollywood, and travel. And oh, I know, because I said I was looking for a picture of something that is in my near future, because I need it for my children and me. So actually I'm gonna put the relax, I'm gonna put it over here with my exercise, and my travel would be for me to relax. And I'll put it right here. Yes, and I'll move the kids over here a little because they want to be there next to the paid in full, because if I pay in full, then I could, you know, buy kids a trip to Disneyland or something. But most importantly, I said, well, if I can't find the picture, I'm gonna draw it. So I'm gonna draw here, see if you figure out what my new vision is gonna be. But here it is. Oh, look, and there's already like little squares right here. Let's see what let's do orange. Are you guessing what this is? So this is the goal. Do you see? We are hoping that we could, I thought it was like far, far away, but we can't because of the economy and how things are going up, and if we're gonna qualify for anything, it's gonna be the sooner the better. So we're just gonna start working on it and see how far we could go. We want a chimney. So let's put a chimney up here. House with a chimney. Even if it's a little house, but let's give it a chimney. Let's give it here. Let's give it little lines. So what do you think? Let's give it a little more. What do you think about them apples? Do you think I could do it? I'm gonna try really hard. What color don't I have? Let's do purple. Does that look like curtains? Anyway, they're curtains. But that's what I have. We're gonna try and get a house. We're gonna try and envision it to life and get it as soon as possible. If not, probably the end of this year is probably too soon, because the end of the year is like here, September, October, November, December, 3 months. I don't know. Never say never. Something miraculous might happen. But I think it'll be more like towards sometime next year. Because I was going to say towards the beginning, but it might not be the beginning. But this is our new goal. And I'm saying us because I am hoping. I don't think I could do it by myself, nor could the girls do it by themselves, meaning my daughters. So maybe if we like team up, we could get something. And either my name, their name, all of our names, but we're hoping that we could emancipate and move on with our lives. Because, while we're staying at other people's houses, it's just not ready yet. So we just want to get there and move forward. And I guess this is moving forward, just the wishful thinking of this situation. But that's what I have. This is the exercise that I'm doing. My aunt just measured me. Do you want to see my measurements? But we're gonna, I tell them, every time I have a challenge, just a little challenge is just so much better. There's my measurements. And it doesn't ask for my weight, but it does ask for my weight. I'm gonna write down my weight because I weighed myself and I'm like, oh. But it was because I went camping, always have an excuse. So let me write that down. 1. That's crazy. Okay. So it has 5 levels, and every time you get to the next level, you measure yourself again. So now I have to try my hardest to get there in order to, see better numbers, right? So challenges always work a little bit better for me than not having any challenge at all. But yes, and again, if you want to do the walk with us against cancer, this is, my sister's birthday month, so we're gonna go gun-ho with that and see how many people we could have join our team, so we could be a big group for her, so she sees how much we miss her and love her, and just hoping that nobody else ever goes through that pain and suffering. So help us out. And yes, this is my new vision board. A couple movements here and there, but a lot of the same because I know what I want and what I need, and it's all here. So these could be just, you know, either my daughters or my nieces and nephews, because I love them all. Thank you for watching. I know the other video was probably more fun than this one, but now you know my goals. Now you know what I'm working on for the rest of this month. And oh, this is always up here: financial independence by January 2026. Almost there. So anyway, if you want more updates on how I'm doing, what I'm doing, how it's going, just come and watch me here, and I will let you know. Tuesdays and Thursdays are around, you know, I just posted the other one. So it's not at the same time every Thursday. On Thursday, I was trying for 8 o'clock, but guess what happened? I always start talking about something else after I said bye already, right? But I left my charger in my daughter's car, and so I had to go charge my phone downstairs, then bring it up and try to post. And once the post ended, then I had to go back and charge it again so then I could do this video and be ready for Thursday. That way I don't have to worry about it tomorrow. Okay, I will let you go because I do have a lot of things to still do, because we just got back from camping yesterday and I got home really late. So I have laundry and I had folded clothes on my sofa. I have to water the plants because I didn't do it last night because I got here so late. Have to finish a little bit of work and get ready for something cool. I think I told you, right? We're gonna go to dinner for Dominic's birthday on September 2nd. So it already happened, but I don't think I'll have enough to do a video, like a YouTube video, but I'll post it on Instagram, whatever I can. And I will see you next Tuesday. Let's see what happens on the weekend. Bye.